CineTechGeek is a labour of love, and as such, I cannot get it out on a regular basis. If you would like to be informed when a video is released, please go to the website and go to the subscription options, select RSS, email, Twitter or Facebook, and you will be informed when a video is released. Mobile.
Oh,
yeah, what's going on there?
Interesting topic. Well, look, experience over talking to some of the people in the ticketing industry.
Yes.
Their experience has been that you don't get a lot of ticket sales over the mobile stuff. However, what's happened to change things in recent years is you're getting there are two main types of mobile phone out now.
Yep.
One is the iPhone, which everyone knows about. The other one was not less known about, but it actually is experiencing massive sales in the US and shortly to happen here, is the whole Android.
Yes.
Google-based
yes.
Mobile, and both of those have good web browsers in them.
Yes.
So the trick is to have a site that's optimised for general mobile use, but it's still a web page-based site.
Yes.
Now, your iPhone application is not a bad idea, not so much because you're going to do big sales over it, because people will look at it and go, iPhone enabled, oh, they must be cool.
Yes.
You know, it gives you cool points.
Cool factor,
yeah. So, and can I talk a bit more about cool factor?
You go for it.
So have I said enough on mobiles? Or?
I think we can go as long as we want because I can chop this up into multiple episodes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, well, okay, so mobiles. I'll talk a little bit more about mobiles.
Yeah.
So I think people do buy tickets over mobiles, but I'm not sure how much it happens. So, but certainly having a website that actually more or less works over mobile technology is very important. But the good news is that now most mobiles can actually look at normal websites. You don't actually have to have something that's absolutely special.
Yeah.
Obviously, if it's optimised for the mobile, it's going to work better on a mobile. People will probably use it more likely to buy.
So if you started, like I know you've got some like a template that you use on some cinemas to make a cheap, to get them up cheaply.
Yes, that's right.
Is this template, is it designed to, like, I know, like, to work well with mobiles to me would mean that you can go to a web page, but you can easily zoom in and navigate it easily on the small screen.
That's right. And it's all about the small screen.
That's right.
Yes.
And those sites have been designed to work well with that.
We haven't done specific optimisation for that,
yes.
but we will be doing generic optimisation, and then that will apply to those sites. With the technology that we're selling for the web stuff at the moment, the idea is you don't just get the site and that's it.
Yes,
the idea is that we will be evolving the technology slowly over time.
And of course, I would be completely make a terrible mistake if we didn't also talk about the new big buzzword, social. And Facebook has just got past their 500 millionth users. So it is.
Yes.
Everyone is using it. So I imagine it'd be silly not to be involved with it and getting onto it. So how does that work with the website? Or what's going on there?
Well, there are basically what I see as three major types of social media, and they are blogs. And nobody talks much about blogs, but they're actually pretty important at the moment.
I think they are. Especially there's a lot of, from my understanding, a lot of independent blogs which do a lot of movie reviews, and the movie buffs love them.
Well, the other thing about blogs is that Google loves fresh content. Google had a thing called the caffeine index release fairly recently.
Oh, that's right, I heard about that.
Yeah,
yes.
And they've actually completely changed the way they're indexing things so that things are now very quickly listed, often within minutes, as opposed to days or weeks or months.
Yes.
So that's one thing, and they love blogs. Fresh content will make your site list more highly. So if you're writing, a paragraph or so, it only needs to be very short. Even if it's only every 2, 3, 4 weeks, that can be enough to lift your site over time.
So do you think? So you're suggesting here that having like a blog section on your website is beneficial?
It's going to be beneficial to your SEO. It's going to list you higher in Google. And the more frequent what you say is, and the more people like it, the more you will be lifted in Google as a result.
My opinion, social's about it's a little bit more like branding. It's making your name be a thought in someone's head more often, and the more often it's a thought in someone's head, it's more often they're going to think about going to see a film at your cinema.
And then we've got Facebook and Twitter,
yes,
of course, which are very similar to blogs. And in fact, the thing about blogs and Facebook and Twitter is that a good strategy actually might tie all three of those together. So every time you make a blog post, it goes into your Facebook and it goes into your Twitter automatically, so that people don't you don't have to contend with 3 different things.
Yes, so I've actually just implemented that myself for my website. So
right.
when I actually put something up, it'll automatically go into Facebook. I've got a Facebook.
Yep.
What's it called? A Facebook. It's like a fan page.
Fan page, yes.
Fan page
yep.
Going on there. I'm actually planning to do a video on that later to get into more detail. And also at the same time, it automatically pushes the fact that I've got something new happening onto my Twitter page, on my Twitter channel.
Fantastic.
And
yes.
it's all automatic because this can take a lot of work to do, but if you set it up right and you get the right company to set it up for you, with someone like you, because cinema, it's not your job to do all this sort of stuff, but you need to go somewhere who can help you do it. Well, and I'm a very big believer in that.
Exactly, and here's the thing: most of us are actually not going to log on, including myself, are actually not going to log on to a special little funky interface, type something up on the web, and then click on post. We're just not going to do it. We don't have enough time.
That's right.
The good news is you can set up a blog to actually accept posts by email. So you just send a little email, you can whack a picture in, it'll format the picture nicely and put it in there.
Really?
Trivial to do. Anyone can do it. And now, a lot of people are doing it because they recognise the benefit of the exposure. But a lot of people say, well, is Facebook actually really going to bring customers in? And look, at this stage, it's very hard to see. There are some incredible success stories, but my thinking about Facebook and Twitter is it costs a little bit to set it up, really not very much.
No.
But once it's set up, it's actually free to run. You're not actually paying for it.
I think my only issue with those technologies is that it's all free to run. You can do it all without spending a cent. It takes time, an ongoing time to look after it, and that's what when you do it, you have to take that responsibility when you do it. You can't just half-heartedly do it. If you do it, you have to upkeep it. Otherwise, it's actually it
detracts.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
becomes negative. Yeah.
That's right.
So I mean, look, it's like a website. If you have a website that is really bad and really out of date, people will go to that and think, oh, these guys know what they're doing. What are they on about?
Yes. Yeah.
So similarly with look, and I think the good news about social media is also that there are tools that you can use to update things automatically. So you've got your post by email, which you can feed from your blog into your Facebook and into your Twitter.
Yep.
But you can also have things like Hootsuite and other tools that are available that you can schedule posts. So you've got an event coming up, you can schedule the next 2 months of posts. A very important thing with Facebook and Twitter is not to be annoying.
That's right.
If you don't have anything good and interesting to say, then just don't say anything.
Yeah. And anyway, on this topic though, I plan to do a more in-depth video on Twitter. I've got some on Twitter and Facebook, some social media experts to come in to try and talk about it and give it their point of view on it from their side. That's all they do. So I thought I'd get someone in to talk about
Wonderful.
that. Yep.
Well, we have social media experts too.
Yep.
So, absolutely.
Okay. Anything else before we move on?
Look, really, it's a matter of with social media or the whole thing.
The whole thing.
The whole thing. Look, just it's really just a matter of diving in. If you haven't done it, there's definitely an untapped market. You will definitely bring in more customers through having it. And look, if you're not spending big dollars to get it going, you think about it. If you were to get maybe two to 5 more customers a day, which is not a lot if you've got 4 or 5 screens. If you had that's the sort of number that it can actually take to break even with this over 12 months. And if you've got 10 customers a day, then really you're laughing. And sometimes 10 customers, 10, 20, 30 customers a day could be the difference, between bringing in enough money to really make things very comfortable. So.
Well, thank you very much, Brian. Thank you for coming in and talking today. And I hope my viewers appreciate this one. I think it's very important, and if you're not doing it, you should be doing it.
I should just say, I haven't really said where we're from. It's White Dog Green Frog is the name of the company. You can also find us under Your Cinema online, and our phone number is 1300 760 850.
Well, thank you very much, Brian. And
thank you.
That's all right. And thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.